Welcome to the Crimeycade and Happy New Year. It is 2026 after a wild and ruckus 2025. I had a little bit of a rush to do before I could get on the air because, you know, been real busy, very. And I'm having to go and do family functions and stuff. I'm going to back up a little bit. Been having to do family functions and stuff. I had to do one today. Run up, run up to Peoria, visit family who just moved back into the state. Then get back home and get stuff prepped for tonight, which I guess I'm going to be winging most of it for the simple reason that this is a let's chat. And, yes, Happy New Year. I wish StreamYard provided some sort of New Year graphic, but here, Happy New Year. Woo! Anyway, so let's have at it. The soundtrack, obviously, was the from the Monday Mystery Game. That would be Radical Bikers. I could not hear any of the music from the game, so I made that the OST tonight. So, anyway, last week, actually, it was 2 weeks ago, because I did not stream on Christmas. Despite what was on the screen, only Nate Walker was able to join the Crimeycade. It was supposed to be a kind of a mini roundtable of game cons. Nate Walker had been at it for 5 years. David Bryant, it was going to be his first year running a game con, but unfortunately, he was called away at the last minute. Besides having major technical difficulties, it looks like we're going to do another GameCon round beginning of February. First week of February, that is. But made do with a lone guest, and that was episode number 80. Kind of a minor milestone for the Crimeycade. And that turned out to be the last one of the year because, well, I did a Let's Play stream. I'll say that. But that was the final episode for 2025. And if you are watching the Crimeycade on Twitch, follow my Facebook page, facebook.com/Crimeycade. If you're watching on Facebook and you have a Twitch account, encourage to follow me on Twitch, rap_sheet. And you can view past episodes of the Crimeycade, tiny.cc/PWCI, which has a lot of wrestling content. And the arcade game, Arcade Wars. There was an Arcade Wars game last month. I had to bug Stephen Holmes down in Australia, asking him if he was even going to do an Arcade Wars. And he's like, he was too busy to put it up. So I didn't even get out that it was Super Pac-Man until December the 18th. Go figure. Anyway, the Garcade is taking it home this month. They only put 2 scores in, but their 2 scores were pretty high. Claudio Capello is going to be the 3rd score for Galvin Ghost Arcade, but even with that added in, it will not be enough. It was like going to bring us to about 120,000. I mean, that would make us qualified for sure, but not going to get the mark this time around. And Let's see, what was the standings like for Garcade this time around? I believe the Garcade ran away with it this year. Yeah, first place finish with they're gonna finish with 44 points. Taking first place 7 times. Underground Retrocade gonna finish in second place no matter what. Galloping Ghost gonna get 3 points, but yeah, it's pretty much a done deal. The Garcade takes it for the year 2025, and it's been all about the challenge cards lately. All about these challenge cards, all the challenge cards. That's what everybody is interested in, is completing these challenge cards. And I got my level 2 this month. Well, this weekend. I was up at the Galloping Ghost arcade, and I got my level 2. And so far, I have 7 of these complete. There are 3 on here that are giving me issues, and all for different reasons. I got to play Trojan. That one is ridiculously difficult. I just have to clear 55,000. I was 3,000 short. That game gives you too many daggum cheap hits. Also got to play Judge Dredd, the prototype beat 'em up. Having issues with that one too. And then Fatal Fury. The problem with that is I'm trying to execute the special moves and they're not firing half the time. Those quarter circle attacks, they're not registering half the time. And that's a problem because those special attacks, you need to be able to use them in order to win the fights, because it doesn't play straight as a fighting game. This is one of these so-called pattern fighting games. You have to exploit the opponent's weakness to even get anywhere on that one. Kind of insanity, but anyway. Rolling back through here. Here we go. Happy New Year, Happy New Year wishes. Ooh, that's news. All right, well, let me start. I'm gonna have to look this one up. Well, thanks Claudia for bringing that to my attention. Well, yeah, Stuart Chaffet is an American television presenter, best known for his work presenting and producing Computer Chronicles and Net Cafe. He also worked in other reporting positions for PBS and ABC and others. Raised in Philadelphia, he attended Central High School and graduated from University of Southern California in 1960 with a degree in mathematics and psychology. Went on to graduate from Harvard Law School. Taught journalism classes at David W. Reynolds School of Journalism at the University of Nevada, Reno. Passed away at the age of 87. Computer Chronicles aired from 1984 to 1989. Documented and explored the personal computer as it grew from its infancy in the early 80s to its rise to the global market in the turn of the 21st century. Yeah. So this would be covered the 1980s computing. That might be something I want to look back to if I can find it on YouTube. it's not on YouTube, then, we're kind of stuck. Anyway, did pretty good at level 2. Yep. So I will cover the stuff I have regarding the. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Did it go all the way to the 2000s? All right. Anyway, let's see what I got here. Well, I'm gonna bounce. I guess I'm gonna bounce around from different thing to thing here. So, all right. Here's the. Let's get the scores up here. So this covers the last couple of weeks. And my most recent visit to Calvin Ghost. Start with the most recent score, and this one's pretty impressive. A newcomer to the arcade, John Googly Melty. I don't know. I bet I butchered that name. John Guglio Melty. Anyway, broke 400,000 on Gradius 3. By the way, the version of Gradius 3 that Galpin Ghost has is the Japanese ROMs and is the hardest version ROMs out there. Maximum hardest difficulty. The world ROMs, the US ROMs, the difficulty has been dialed down considerably. Still hard. But Japan, Gradius 3, the hardest version of Gradius 3 out there. Which is why players have not gotten very far on that one. I don't think anybody's passed the 4th level of the game. Continues are not, can't continue on it either. Continues are disabled. Then this happened while I was at the arcade. Zach Michaels returned and upped his score on Major Havoc, breaking 246K on that one. Do this from back here. Okay. Another newcomer to the arcade, man by the name of Grady Gilbert, and that feels like a wrestling name to me. Grady with a G. Saw him do this in person as he is wrapping up his run. 1,505 points. And that is a Pete Gore score that he claimed. So congrats to Grady, the newcomer. Lunderlander is a pretty simplistic game. You don't have much fuel, and you're trying to land on the 5X at least 4 times. I mean, there's a little bit more to go to get the arcade house high at 1525, which was set out east. And this guy here, I got something to say about him. But Powerstone 2, he incrementally increased the score on that one. He could jump that score up to 500,000 points if he went all out. Instead of, yeah. You want to make the score segment every week, JP Pitts? Try some new games. Try to get the high score on the Monday Mystery game. Get the high score on Monday Mystery. Then maybe you'll be on the score recap. That's all you have to do. But I'd like to see an impressive blowaway score. And you might want to do it because somebody out there could travel in and really beat up your score. That's a master of Powerstone 2 and crush your score so bad that you will have to go all out. Well, you should, A-Train. You ought to. Why not do it? Anyway. Andrew and Wasco, there was a battle over this one. Return of the Invaders. I've been streaming Space Invaders 95 Attack of the Lunar Loonies, but I completely missed. Well, it depends on how high your score is right now, but the score is already close to maximum. You pretty much have to do it incrementally because that's all the room there is left. Well, anyway, at the beginning of the weekend, James White had this score. Then I forgot it was there, so I started playing it last Monday and trying to learn it. You know, King Camp Blackman, Brandon Travis didn't think I could get very far on this game. Well, after a couple of playthroughs and learning the behavior of certain invaders, especially ones that reflect shots, I broke 300,000. Walked away from it because I only got second place and I had a whole fleet of ships and lose them all to a landing of the enemy. Because if you have a lot of ships and your enemies land, it's game over. Doesn't matter how many ships you got. And it sucks that you have so many ships and you don't get another. You can't continue the game because the enemy won. Yes. Okay. Anyway, the bonus stages are key to getting a high score. In fact, I actually played a bonus stage where I just kept going on the same stage and the boss escaped. And I didn't lose the ship, but I got 50,000 points because I couldn't take out the boss, I guess, that time. And it got away. So it is possible. So one or two things. You can kill the boss right away and get 10 or 20,000 points. If you keep that bonus stage going, you can really rack up the points. Well, anyway, Andrew got almost 400,000. Well, actually, no. James White had all 390. Then Andrew went on it after I went on it. Got about, I don't know, 479. I went back on it, grinded, trying to take the score. I got very close. The invaders landed, unfortunately, on stage 16, but an enemy happened to collide with my ship right after they landed to get me slightly ahead of Andrew. So I claimed the score from Andrew Owasco. And then he went back on the machine. Didn't see him go on the machine, but yeah, absolutely. He went back on it and beat my score by 20,000. So we got 507. Got to stage 16, like, didn't get any further, got to the same spot, but we only got 507. Went back on there to try to take it back, although it was late in the afternoon and before Monday Mystery. Got over 400,000, but it did not succeed in doing that. Maybe next time. I will be back on it when I get back up there. Maybe Martin Luther King weekend. Another game that I had that got taken away from me by Andrew. This is Exevius. I got over 700,000 on that. Then Andrew came on there and got 1.2 million points. The monitor? So when I was playing it, all the text was yellow, so I guess the blue was not coming through. When I came back later, okay, the colors were, I guess, correct, but there was a lot of ghosting, which kind of changed things a bit for me to play it, which kind of made it harder for me to play it. So, oh, it is what it is. What score did I'm gonna look at I gotta look because I'm looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, I had 594, 570 as my Xevious score. I need to submit a new score on that game because I tried to take it back from Andrew and got to level 4 and could not pass it. So that's one where I'm going to have to practice at home, but it's a 4-level game before it loops again. So anyway, I'm looking at something funny online that 2026 is going to be an interesting year. So I have to practice this game for me to go back up there and try to take it back from Andrew because yeah, it can be. And we're going to have more of the 2-in-1s because there's no more room at the arcade unless they build another building or build another floor or build another building and wipe out the little parking lot right next to Galvin Ghost that I park in usually at the start of the day and pretty much keep for the entire day I'm there. I guess they would have to connect to, I guess, welcome, Norbert. Oh, I have to say something in a bit about Bloody Wars. So kind of hang out a little bit longer if you can. I gotta finish this. The 2 scores I did get, Kairos I took back from Andrew Arwasco, 319, just barely got ahead of him. There are certain things about the game that I did not quite know and found out later. That score could have been much higher had I known a certain thing. But I have the score now. Andrew didn't go after it, interestingly enough. But score may get updated today. Who knows? Andrew can't let any score go that he previously had, or at least for the most part. For the most part, he can't. Because, the rivalry is pretty bitter. And, here's the thing. I would like to have a best of 7 match with Andrew Awasco. There's a bit of a rivalry there. I mean, I'm not that how bitter it is. I mean, he wanted to win Gamer of the Year more than 2 years in a row instead of or win Gamer of the Year a second time the year that I won it, and I basically knockout drag out fight for the year 2021. So, but I took it. So, and then he got his second reign in 22, which I was full support of. Red Force was the year score I got, 722, and I got a lot to go on that one. Got those combos going. Dave Parks showed up at the Goblin Ghost again, and the score he took back was Miss Pac-Man Turbo. He already had it. He just upped it. 959. It's gonna be a long, hard slog if I've never kill screened to Miss Turbo Miss Pac. In fact, I was surprised I even got 500,000. Had a run of 500,000 on, but I don't know. Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, Matt Fowler has the initial high score on it at 487, and he is a Street Fighter pro. All right, well, let me look at this. Chase for tokens. Jeez. Andrew is still way ahead. I'm starting to catch up to Tibbets now. I'm putting more scores in, and I am looking for other gamers. Working Gaming, Touring Competitor, great content, have no already, Gaming Fanatic, let's talk. Yeah, just message me. And I had somebody message me today about coming on in the near future. So we'll see how that goes. There's more guests to come, and I am happy to report that I have a guest for every week in January. So now I can worry about the following month. That has never happened where I have people locked in 4 weeks ahead. Never ever happened. I'm always kind of struggling to find a guest. Always struggling. Like last minute or whatever. Or the week before. I want to announce the guest for the following week. But been a struggle to guess lately. But now I'm set for the next 4 weeks. You probably heard about one of the guests that's coming next week, but we'll get to that a little later. So now, if you're still here, you'll be interested in this one. Now let me throw this up there. Let's show this. Yeah, you knew this was going to happen. You knew this was going to happen. Last week, JP Pitts has been doing streams where he's doing play-by-play of the New England Patriots. Yes, New England Patriots. He is a mega mark for the Patriots of late. Patriots are locked in for the playoffs for the first time in a few years. The Patriots had the easiest or the lowest win percent schedule of all NFL teams. The combined winning percentage of all the Patriots' opponents was below 400. Now, the team that they played last week was giving them a little bit of difficulty. And JP Pitts got a bit frustrated as I'm just kind of roasting him about the Patriots having trouble with their opponents. And he just threw out there, because I've been trying to hound his brother, who was also on stream, David Figueroa. He he challenged me, or I challenged him to a best 7. He finally accepts, and then keeps trying to find excuses as to why he can't do the best of 7. He says, "Oh, I'm busy with my wrestling season." Yeah, let's get him in a ring. Let's see him wrestle a match against some of the competition in the state of Illinois. But JP Pitts got a little bit frustrated to the point that, and I'm looking up a message from him. There we go. He got frustrated and decided to challenge me on the spot to a best of 7. And when I heard him say it, I immediately accepted. The last time we had a best of 7, JP Pitts did win. In fact, he won the last 2 best of 7s against me. I won the first. So I've been wanting to fight his brother because, he got irritated with me that, I guess, with some of my commentary and flat out called me out. Well, David Figueroa can't seem to find his way into the arcade and answer the challenge, actually compete in the challenge. And who knows when that's going to happen. But JP Pitts is at the arcade Saturday. He challenged me to Blitz. I play him in Blitz twice. I don't know how it happened, but JP Pitts has gotten extremely good or extremely lucky. NFL Blitz 99, he was hitting passes left and right, and I don't know how he was able to nail them. So he must be practicing that game a whole slew, like nonstop, just as much as he's doing Power Stone 2. I guess he's been trying to pass Jim Patzer on Power Stone 2, but he's not been able to beat him. There you go. JP Pitts has been grinding on NFL Blitz, trying to pass Jim Patzer's score, blowout score, and has not been successful yet. So he blows me out twice, and it's like I couldn't believe it. We had a discussion about doing the best of 7, and he says, and he wants to do it on all fighting games. And I had to go through the fighting game list to add the ones that were missing, and there were a few that were missing. It was not just Street Fighter. I missed some games like Rabbit. Rabbit wasn't on the list. Ani, the Ninja Master, wasn't on the list. There have been 1 or 2 others. So I got those added in. Got those added in. It's ready to go. Okay. So I got those fighting games added in, had it ready to go, and show up on Monday. Obviously, I'm grinding for scores while, grinding for scores while waiting for JP Pitts to show up. And he needed to show up early because being the last Monday of 2025 and a lot of people are burning their time off, the arcade was going to be busy. Plus, you need enough time to do the best 7. So what happens? I had fears that he would find a way to renege. I suspected he was going to renege on it. Well, that didn't happen because mid-afternoon on Monday, while I was still waiting for him to get there, it's like, it's just got a no-show. Finally sends me a message. I'm going to share it with you right now. See if it plays. It's not loud enough.
JP Pitts here. This is former Bloody Wars tournament host JP Pitts here. Stephen Lucas, unfortunately, we're going to have to postpone this best of 7 challenge, my friend, because we got some bigger things to take care of on my end. So, Mr. Stephen Lucas, you may have dodged a bullet on this one from being embarrassed.
Dodged a bullet.
You know, you have dodged a bullet. The bullet that would have impacted your whole gaming career, Mr. Stephen Lucas, once I embarrass you in the best of 7 challenge for fighting games. Okay? So, you may have lucked out for now, but when you come see me again, you're going to hope that you have never met me.
Oh, really?
Out twice, buddy. Because tenfold for me, when I see you, and you and me have our best of 7 challenge, it's not going to be pretty either. So, have a good day. And, yeah, we will see you once this hiatus has commenced.
I'll see you in the arcade soon.
Yeah. So, more excuses. First off, I'm average on fighting games, so I'm not worried about my gaming career being damaged from losing a best of 7 challenge on fighting games. Because I've lost a few already, including 2 of these to you. I'd like to tie the series up, obviously. And of course, it also depends on the luck of the draw. You have that sign up there? Oh, I still have that sign up there. It says, "Have you seen me? Have you seen me?" Yeah. Have you seen the flight man, JP Pitts? All he does, he and his brother, all they do is flight. They flight away from their opposition, their opponents. All they do is run. That's all they've been doing the last few months. Meanwhile, JP Pitts is obsessed over the New England Patriots. You know, by the way, they may have to change their name to the New England Perpetrators if they can't behave themselves, because like 2 of the players got in trouble with the law recently. And yeah, I kind of remember all the way back to when Aaron Hernandez was playing for the team. Well, he's serving a life sentence right now. Yeah, the New England Perpetrators. I wonder what, I need to do one little thing. I wonder what Jim and I would come up with if I asked for a New England perpetrators. Oh, I didn't misspelled it. Perpetrators, England. Perpetrators logo, football logo. Wonder what it would come up with. I'm just curious what it would come up with. Oh, this is gonna be good. Of course, all the fuss has been over AI generated slop lately. I don't know if this is gonna. Let me see what the next one says. I ain't gonna have to generate a few of these. Oh, I came up with the same thing. Oh well. Well, let's show this. Let's show this. I wonder if I can. Oh, I know what I can do. I can insert it in my PowerPoint presentation once I figure out what slide it's on. But anyway, JP Pitts, Josh, you need to stop running. Stop running away. Quit making excuses. That's all you've done lately. You and your brother. It's getting old. It's stupid. Here we go. There it is. The New England perpetrators. Boy, that guy looks vicious. AI generated slop. The finest in the world, I guess. Yeah, and there's been a big old fuss around here about a proposed data center and how much electricity it's going to eat up. And obviously, how much memory is going to be using because you can't buy these at a reasonable price now. I'm seeing a whole lot of memory chips show up on Facebook Marketplace because some people are trying to make some money now that memory chips have gotten more expensive of late. But anyway, I'm going to keep this thing up here because, it's kind of amusing. JP Pitts, I will be back at the Galvin Ghost Arcade. I will confront you, and we're going to have our Best of 7 challenge, whether you're ready for it or not. You're stalling, just like your brother. Running away is not going to cut it with me. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. I am chase you all your way to your own doorstep to get this done. So you can run, Josh. You can run, Josh, but you can't hide. You're the flight man. I guess we can do a little other roasts, like you are definitely the Pits. Pitiful. Josh, pitiful JP Pitts. Pitiful Pitts. That'll work. Ah. Pitiful Pitts. That's another nickname I can give you right now. For backing out on my Best of 7 challenge. So, I'll see you around the arcade soon. Maybe sooner rather than later. But you can't run forever. And whether I'm embarrassed or not, I will make that decision, not you. I will decide if I'm embarrassed or not. So, we'll see. As for who's going to, the playoffs are going to start very soon. It's an open question as to whether the New England Patriots or the perpetrators, whichever, how far they're going to get in the playoffs, because they will have to go through teams with a very good winning record. They're going to have to go through some teams that are 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins, 13 wins. Now, I think the Bears, I would like the Bears to get all the way to the Super Bowl, but I do not believe the Patriots are going to get to the Super Bowl. I believe the Super Bowl match will end up being, if they play Denver, I guess so. They have to go through Denver to get to the Super Bowl. As of right now, I'm predicting it's going to be a Denver versus the Seahawks. Well, we'll see. I don't know how far they're going to go. Be nice if the Bears win all the way, but being that it's been 40 years since the last time they won a Super Bowl, the 1985 Bears, and we lost. Jeez, I think we lost Steve Mongo McMichael last year. He had been fighting Lou Gehrig's disease, I believe, for a very long time, and he was just hanging on to be alive when he was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. So, well, the Bears had that great win against the Packers, which they were supposed to lose that one. And then they somehow pull a rabbit out of their hat to beat the Packers and get to overtime. When they're, wow, had that onside kick recovery, that miracle onside kick recovery. Anyway, I think it's going to be Broncos versus Seahawks in the Super Bowl, although I wouldn't be upset if the Bears went all the way, but I don't know how they will fare against the the Seahawks or the 49ers. They're playing the 49ers next week. So, we'll see how it turns out. Yeah. Well, the Bears got to the Super Bowl, but they only have one title. 85 was it. They haven't won. Yeah, well, 49ers have been in Super Bowl in years. They've actually not been a good team for several years. You know what? Heck with it. I'm going to look up. I need to see what the playoff picture currently, how the playoff picture currently stands. I see Georgia is leading Ole Miss. Could you believe Alabama got squashed by Indiana today? 38-3. Just a total squashing. And Notre Dame is probably back in Indiana saying, "Told you so. Told you Alabama didn't belong. We should have been that team in the playoffs, not Alabama, not that 9-3 team. We belonged in the college football playoff, not them." But there's too many daggone bowl games, as it is. So, again, Oregon squashed Texas Tech today, 23-0. So it's 21-12. Georgia up. Oh, let's see. What is the playoff picture right now? Oh, it's supposed to give me the. Man, I usually would get the have it up on the screen to show me what the playoff picture was, but all right, well. Oh, you had a talk with him earlier today. So, what did he have to say, Norbert? I'm just curious. Do you want me to send you a link to come on and then you can tell me? If you want, I can do that. But anyway, while we're waiting here, yeah, okay. All right, I'll summon Norbert. Norbert Vale will be summoned in here in a second. Paste. All right, he'll be in a second. So it's the Patriots, the Bills, Jaguars, Texans, Broncos, Chargers. So there's a lot of teams here that could possibly knock off the Patriots. I don't think it's going to be the Bills. So most likely it's going to be the Broncos, Chargers, or the Jags. Yeah, love the trash talking. Remove that. So that's who I mean, they got some tough competition. The Bears do not have to go through the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl, but they certainly have to go after through the defending Super Bowl champs, the Eagles. Uh, obviously, the Seahawks, 49ers, and the Rams. Who knows who's going to take the NFC South? It could be the Panthers or the Bucks. Getting into the playoffs at 8-9, which is silly. Obviously, the Pack is in. Could be the Steelers or the Ravens as the only other unknown in the picture at this moment. All right. I said Facebook. You not get it? Check your Facebook link. Yeah, check your Facebook Messenger. That's where I sent it. Let's see. All right, challenge cards. Jeez. This is one other thing I can do to JP Pitts. JP Pitts has a challenge card. Now, because I found out so late in the afternoon, and I was chasing after returning invaders, I couldn't go after his card to kind of punish dodging. But if anybody wants to add some challenges to Josh Pitt's card, you have to play Polygonet Commanders. That's a very low bar to clear. I cleared it easily. I have second place score on it. USA AAF, which is a shoot 'em up. There we go. Mario Bros. Bucky O'Hare, which I had to play that one as a substitute on my card because Cowboys of Moon Mesa was not working. Monkey Mole Panic, Sexy Parodius, Mercs, Rambo 3, Killer Instinct, Arctic Thunder, get under 2 minutes. Play all those games, get a great score on each of them. Clear that card, add a challenge to JP Pitt's card. To send him a message about skipping the best of 7 challenge. And now joining me is the multi-time Blade Wars heavyweight champion of the world, former Goblin Ghost Hardcore champion, Norbert Vale.
Yo, boy, what is up? Can you hear me, Steven?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, you had an encounter with the Flight Man, Pitiful.
Flight Man?
Flight Man. Pitiful Pits.
Pitiful Pits. Oh, Jesus. Well, Happy New Year to the rest to you as well.
Yes.
But no, I actually the reason why I had to get in touch with him, actually he messaged me. I was asleep, but I wanted to message him because I sort of had a bone to pick with him because I brought up the whole what happened to the whole stream he was supposed to do on Christmas Day. I'm going to assume you've already talked about that. Well,
I have not talked about it. I had a discussion with him when I encountered him at the arcade trying to find out what happened to the stream. It's like something happened and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what he told me too. He said he had to push it back. He said he's making the announcement like supposedly sometime in January.
We're in January.
I told him, you know what? Even if you don't bring back Bloody Wars, at least bring back the NFL Blitz tournament. At least.
That apparently is in the cards, or is going to happen the
weekend
Saturday
of the Super Bowl.
before the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, which would make it February the 7th. Unfortunately, I can't go to that because there is the matter of the Robin Casper Women's Memorial Tournament. A friend of mine who passed away a couple of years ago to cancer, and that is someone I'm really missing a lot of times. because of all the drama.
Understood.
Kind of
Understood. I just looked at my new master schedule for 2026, and I'm off on the 7th. So if he has it, that means I get to go for a three-peat.
So if this tournament gets held, Josh needs to enter it because apparently he's
He has to.
become some master at Blitz of late.
Oh, wait, he's become a master? Here, let me remind you something of Josh's record against me. That boy's 1-10 against me.
Yeah.
I would have slapped him around like relentlessly. In fact, the last time we played, it was just shortly after the Tekken 8 tournament at Headless Horseman.
How long ago was that?
That was in August.
Okay.
And I
So
mean,
let me warn you. Let me warn you. I used to be able to beat Josh some of the time. Last weekend, he basically played like a juggernaut, and I couldn't get anything going against him.
Oh, really?
I don't know how. He's
been probably watching like how I play. If he's gotten that good, he probably learned a lot of stuff from
There
me.
we go. All right, you're back. Or maybe maybe my connection froze. Time out 1 second.
Oh, okay.
So you played Josh. Are you caught up?
I can hear you, but for some reason your screen keeps like skipping.
Okay. I must have pause.
Okay, but right now you're good. You're good, and I can hear you just fine.
The Josh
And you froze up again. Steven?
Oh gosh, what is up with my connection? Boy, I got some technical difficulties recently.
I noticed, but
I don't know why. I'm like at home. I'm on Wi-Fi, but it's not. Damn technical glitches. Let me repeat myself one more time. The Josh you played in August is not the January. And I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
And it's not gonna be. You're gonna get challenged, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'll wait for it. I mean, again, he's 1-10 against me.
I don't know what happened, but he was hitting everything. So
let me break this down to you. The last time he played me, the boy got cocky. Dude got real cocky. Like he had the lead for like almost half the game, and at the very end, he kind of ran into a bad situation, almost similar to Jim Patzer, actually.
Yeah, the infamous.
Yeah, but
interception in the end zone and then having to run for a touchdown and
fumble recovery.
Yeah,
in the end zone. But
yeah,
like I said, he got cocky, and I think he threw a pick. No, he threw an interception to me, and then I think it was like 10 seconds left. I could have went for 2 and beat him, but I'm like, you know what? Now I'm gonna tie this up. I'm gonna tie it up, and then I'm gonna humiliate him in overtime. And I think it ended up being like a 1 touchdown win.
All right. That was probably wise to do it that way because, anything could have gone wrong.
Oh, I know.
Need more time to just kind of put some distance.
I mean, Lionel Cantu, he gives me a much better challenge. He could play NFL Blitz. Like if you saw that Super Bowl matchup he and I had last year, like he almost had his 1 in a million shot against me in the finals. He almost did, but he came up short.
Do we ever play each other on Blitz? Just an exhibition.
We did. Remember we did that best of 7 with Brandon Travis?
Did Jeez.
It was
Let's
part it
come
was
up.
part, it was part of the bonus content.
Oh, okay.
It was part of the bonus content right after the best of 7. You and I played Blitz.
I can't remember. I think you won, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
a close game though. It was fairly close. You kept it close, and I'll give you that.
The only time I play Blitz is when I'm at Galvin Ghost. I don't have the game at home.
I try to play on MAME. It gets kind of glitchy sometimes.
They just put out a new release of it
Hmm?
yesterday. A new release of MAME came out yesterday.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought I thought Galloping had bought a new version of Blitz on the floor. I'm like, wait, what?
No, they just released a new version of MAME. They've added support for or else made it. They made a big deal of 2 new prototypes being added to MAME, and one was the prototype version of Strike Force, and then an unknown Atari game that kind of is kind of calls to the future of what is it, Band Hero, Guitar Hero,
Guitar
but
Hero.
a band.
Rock Band?
Yeah, Rock Band.
Hmm.
It's kind of bizarre. I was like, I didn't know this game existed. Well, it was never released, so. Yeah, Atari came up with it, of all people. They also added support for Virtual Cop 1 and 2. So, you can now play that on MAME. You couldn't play it on it before, supposedly.
Oh, these days I play on either using the RetroArch emulator or the RetroBat emulator.
Okay.
So I'm using one of those two. Actually, the RetroBat, I got that from Brandon Travis. He suggested it to me. So I've been using that quite a bit.
Boy, the screen just flashed on me again. Did you
Yeah,
ever?
you kind of froze up on me a bit, but I see your challenge card. So yeah.
Oh wait, this is your challenge card. Why didn't you? You're not even on the doggone master sheet.
Wait, that's whose card? Mine?
Yeah, this is yours. You don't. You haven't gotten this yet?
No, I haven't been to Galloping.
Stand by 1 second. You haven't seen this.
Uh-huh.
You've never gotten this.
No, I haven't been to I have not been to Galloping in the last few months.
Oh crap!
Because so
give me this. It's not live then.
But no, don't worry about it. But you see, like here's the deal. Doc asked me this actually the day that they put on Hyper Street Fighter 2 on the floor, and he asked me why I have not been around lately. And the story is, I don't know, like if you knew this or not, but you know that Michelle had hip replacement surgery, right? A few weeks ago.
I believe I remember. Yes.
So
I did hear about that.
I bet. Right. So a few weeks ago, Michelle had hip replacement surgery. So she's recovery right now at home, and I've been taking care of her. Her mom's also here, kind of like also lending a hand. That's why I have not been able to be at Galloping.
Okay.
Recovery is supposed to be 6 weeks, and during that time, yeah, I'm not gonna be back at Galloping for a while. So my point of return is gonna end up being sometime towards the end of January, when she's actually able to get up and around all again, whatnot.
Okay.
So
this wasn't an injury. This is just basically it just was wearing out over time, right?
Right. Well, okay. So here's the deal with like with Michelle. When she was born with half a hip.
Oh,
One of those
ouch.
rare childhood diseases, and it took her this long to finally for the doctors to finally do the whole hip replacement surgery, whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough to deal with.
But yeah, we spent Christmas Day here at home. Christmas Eve she was here, but I went to my family's for a few hours because I don't get to see my family as much. So I spent time with them for a little bit, and then, like I said, I stayed home with Michelle that Christmas Day, had dinner, watched television while I'm up here playing like tons of games I got at the Steam Winter Sale. Yeah, as you can tell, also, yeah, I haven't shaved in a bit either, but that goes without saying.
Going with a new look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
My face gets like super itchy after a while, and it bothers me.
Have you had a full grown beard? Have you ever grew your beard in before?
Not like, well, I usually keep it like this, like on days where, because I haven't been at work like periodically because of breaks and whatnot. So it's like usually when I go to work, like usually on days I work, yeah, I usually shave, whatnot. But like this holiday schedule's been kind of nuts. So that's why I haven't really got around to shaving. I haven't even streamed in like 2 months
Mm,
with this whole thing with Michelle.
well,
and
yeah,
so,
that's understandable.
but I haven't streamed in like 2 months, and I bought new games for new content because I got a lot of projects I got set up for 2026.
Mm. I wish I had more time to game, but
You and I both. I mean, these days, like I said, these days I've been more concerned with helping out, helping Michelle out and having her recover.
yeah, and I'm having to make graphics all the time now.
So your best of 7 with David Figueroa didn't happen.
No, it still doesn't happen. He claims he can't do it until March because he's busy wrestling all the time. I'd like to see him step in the ring and wrestle a match against, I don't know, who in the Chicago area would you like to see him wrestle? Who's the top tier guy in the Chicago area? That's why I need.
Honestly, I would not be able to tell you. I don't follow like high school wrestling and whatnot.
I wasn't talking about high school wrestling.
Or, well,
pro wrestling. Who's the top tier pro wrestling? Who's the top tier wrestling champion in the Chicago area?
CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk, but he's in the WWE. I'm talking about the local indies.
Oh, anyways, okay, then again, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, and I don't know either.
Oh
well. Oh well, he's on the Independence. He's back on the Independence now, so he could possibly.
CM Punk is a Chicago native. He is, and that's why I brought his name up.
I know he could wrestle. He's back in the area. He's not in WWE anymore. Prince Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, he's another Chicago native. Yes.
Yes, I know him. And what the heck is he talking about?
A more correct way to do it is either consider human flesh. What the?
By the way, this guy claims he can't do my podcast unless he's wearing a lucha mask and goes anonymously. I guess he's too controversial or whatever. What? I don't know.
Again, what a way to start off 2026.
I think he's been playing too much Resident Evil or something. Anyway. God. Anyway, well, anything you want to share with everybody before I continue on?
No. Well, hopefully I can get back into streaming at some point. No.
Yes, no.
Is that a no? No. But I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping to be back at Galloping by around the end of January. Like that's one of my things I'm kind of hoping for. Also hoping to get back into streaming around the same time, and hopefully.
You're whacked. Ray, you're the one who's whacked.
Control your boy. And hopefully I can get back on track with school, because while I was taking care of Michelle, my class this past semester took a major hit. So I had a
You know,
huge
I
setback with that as well. But anyway,
oh,
um,
the class reunion or the
no,
class
no,
you
no. Like
graduated
I'm
high
no,
school?
no college,
Oh, your college
college
class.
classes. Yeah, college classes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to graduate this year, but because of the way everything kind of turned out with what's happened with Michelle, and whatnot, it now has to be pushed back a year.
Okay. I
Mm.
delayed my graduation quite a bit because I failed linear algebra.
Eh,
Yeah.
like I said, it happens. But anyhow, I'll let you go ahead and you can continue on with your show.
I
But thanks
gotta
for having
show.
me. Thanks for having me on. I'll go back to lurking to your channel.
I got some stuff to show off. I got my
And
Christmas trees with all the gaming ornaments.
oh,
I
I
got
should show you.
this.
I need to show you. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to pick up that, but ornaments
Yeah,
have
this
gotten
was a
expensive.
bestseller.
This the ornaments have become like expensive as hell this year.
This was well. This is why I always wait until the day after
After for the day after
Christmas.
Christmas, yeah, that's what usually Michelle and I usually do. But this year we're gonna have to like we had to skip out on that, of course, for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
But I saw one of those. I was like, oh, those look nice. Like I have a lot. I have a lot of like Christmas ornaments from Hallmark that are
yeah,
all over the last several years. Like I have the Sega Dreamcast ornament,
yeah.
the Super NES ornament, the um, what is it? The Sega Genesis ornament. I have a
Dreamcast.
yeah, like I said, I have the Dreamcast one. I had a couple of I have a couple of Mario ones, a couple of Sega ones, somewhere in there. But yeah, we like I said, I have the tendency to collect a lot of ornaments like throughout the years, and we just didn't do one this year. And then I have a bunch of like the mini ones because I also have like a mini Zelda Christmas tree that's somewhere in my closet, but I didn't even bother to put one up this year because I don't have the space to
I
put
had to
one
go
up.
buy one because I have enough ornaments, mini ornaments. I've got
I
to pull this up.
But
I
yeah, I
messaged
got these. Well, like
myself.
I got these ornaments here. These mini
Yes.
ornaments. I got a lot of those like that. Another ones I got also include like an 8-bit Zelda, 8-bit Mario, 8-bit Luigi, 8-bit Yoshi. So all those minis that usually goes on my Zelda tree.
Yes. I'm trying to get this up because I plan to do this. I was gonna basically get out of this room and walk to my Christmas tree. I have one. Gosh, I gotta pull this thing up on my phone so I can stream with it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I gotta mute that mic. Mute mic. There we go. I'm gonna. I gotta shut this. Oh no, I lost it.
Oops.
Ah! I'll get it up. I'm trying to mute the phone so it doesn't. Oh, I gotta turn the volume down. Then maybe that would help. All right, start cam. There we go. Got it. There. Oh, there we go. And I gotta turn this off. All
How
right.
there's two of you?
Yeah. So this is my
Oh,
mini
that's your mini
tree.
tree. Is that a Koopa shell I see down there? I think that's the one I got.
Yeah.
8-bit
So
8-bit Luigi, which I also have.
Pokemon, Pinkman,
Hmm.
those little balls, the holiday Pokemon should be this guy right here.
Yeah, 8-bit Toad's the one I don't have.
8-bit Link. That's all
I
I
have
have.
the 8-bit. I got the 8-bit Link. Like I said, I have the 8-bit Link and Zelda.
Coin Block.
Coin Black that I don't have.
That came out this year.
Yeah, I
And
think I
this
remember
guy
seeing
up here.
Was that you that posted? I'm trying to remember that was you or Brandon that posted that.
No, I made
That was you.
that.
That
I
was you
made
that made
it.
that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's to this day that's so funny as hell.
Yeah, and here's my row. defend.
I remember
these were-
the Defender. I remember the Defender one because Michelle and I think I still have that Defender one, but I also remember Michelle and I getting one for Jeremy Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the buttons on my Defender cab just kind of caved in, but I had more than one because I bought up several to resell at GameCon. And this is
And
the
then there's the Xbox
360.
360. And wasn't that last year's? Or was
That's
that this year's?
year. That's
This
this
year.
year.
I think last year's was the original Xbox.
Yeah. I have a few. Yeah. We have the NES, the
I got the
SNES.
SNES one. I got the SNES one, and I got that Dreamcast one. And that Genesis one.
A few pinball machines. So, well, might as well go to my other tree. Except I can't see. And my cat was so desperate to get in here. Turn the lights on.
Steven? 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 Good Lord, I need a shake. Okay, you're still running because I see one of your cats right now. Cats hear you, Steven.
All right, I should be now.
Yep. Yeah, now you're coming in loud and clear.
I don't know what the heck. Is this discharged or what? And I don't know what happened with this. I don't know if my tree got shown off or not. And this thing's coming off.
Don't think
Jeez.
I don't. Nah, I didn't. I think your camera kind of froze as you were showing off the tree.
Great. Well, so much for that. Maybe I have to film something and then just show it next week. And this.
Just take a couple of photos and upload them to your Facebook page, whatnot, or
Yeah, I guess
just do it that way. I mean,
this fur ball keeps jumping on my desk. I have the door shut. Now that I open the door, she jumps on. She just keeps hopping on the desk and then wants to dig and shuffles the contents and throw things on the floor. It's like, and she won't let me sleep either.
I think she wants to be your co-host. Judging by how often she likes to get on up there, I think she wants to be your co-host.
It's usually Cody doing this stuff, but now she's gotten real active lately, despite being 18. It's like she's gotten a second wind or something in her old age. And she wants out all the time. Anyway. Oh, we got a message here. How do you... I think you got to record your playthrough.
I wouldn't know. I have not played the Resident Evil arcade at Galloping Ghost.
That game is something.
I haven't played it.
You got the gun and you're using it as the joystick to move around. But anyway, So Norbert, I don't know. I don't know what else to chat with you about. But
I don't know. Did you had a guest for today or no?
no, it was a less chat because
Oh,
being a new year.
Okay.
I'm
Um,
rambling.
like I said, like nothing. Like I wish there was. Unless there's anything else you want to ask me. I mean, other than that, like I'm surprised you don't have anyone else that want to pop up to say hi. Where's Brandon? I need to give that boy shit.
Well, you had the in. You kind of was. It was going to be all about chatting, but you know, covering a bunch of stuff that went on during the course of 2025, like year in review, and then I got off on a few tangents.
Oh, jeez.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think this whole year for me was quite something else. Like I think I may have spent half the year at Galloping. I took a lot of time off from there because of other stuff.
Yep.
Plus crap I did not want to deal with at the time.
Yeah.
So and then of course in June I went to Italy for a few weeks with Michelle. That was
Yeah.
something. And then
Lifeline.
the whole fight fest fiasco, which I still want to kill JP for after what he did. I want to kill him for that. um,
Well, he says he's going to embarrass me, or he's going to destroy my gaming career if I ever get into a best of 7 with him. Like the other two didn't do the job.
I'm just rolling my eyes at this point. Come on. I'm just rolling my eyes like
Yeah, I'd say get real too, but
wait. Did you and JP had that best of 7 challenge on Saturday when David couldn't do it?
No,
Didn't he do it?
no, it wasn't on Saturday. It was supposed to be Monday.
Oh, he did it on Monday.
We're supposed to have.
Oh,
And he sent me a message saying he had other things to do, and then said I dodged a bullet because he canceled.
so in other words, he ran scared.
Yes, right.
I think he's afraid what you're going to do to him, what Aiden Cordova did to him in Power Stone last year.
Yeah, that's possible.
Oh.
But it might turn out to be what he did to me on Blitz.
Now you see, now I have to play him on Blitz because I have to teach him a lesson.
Well, someone needs to humble him, but it's the question of
if anyone's gonna humble him in Blitz, that's gonna be me.
all right.
And he knows this. He knows this.
All right.
So I beat his ass countless times. I beat him more in Blitz than he's beaten me in Power Stone.
All right. Well,
because he knows.
If you have the match, stream it.
Oh, you want me to have it streamed? I mean,
when you're at the arcade playing JP Pitts at Blitz, I want record it, stream it, whichever. I want to see how it turns out.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. This is not something he's going to get out of that easily.
I know he might run. He might run from you, just like he ran from me. So who knows?
Bro.
Anyway.
JP, if you're watching this, JP, I want to beat your ass in some Blitz again, just to start off 2026. You said, everyone's saying you've gotten better. I say, come bring it. And if I win, you have to bring back Bloody Wars.
I don't know if that. Well, he's got to honor the choice of game. Your choice.
I mean, I know he won't, but I'm just throwing that out there for him.
You should honor the choice of game you came up with, and Lionel's too.
Yes, I mean, I should have my retroactive pick because a lot of people were kind of pissed off over this year's pick for MVP. A lot of people were pissed. Like nothing against Lionel. I kind of understand sort of why he may have picked it because it was Lionel's idea. Excuse me. It was Lionel's idea to come up with Fight Fest. He's the one who came up with all that, and I guess that's what he's kind of basing it on. But I mean, come on, Steven. I have one of the best. I have like one of the best seasons in. What the hell? We should all meet up on a Saturday.
Aaron says we should meet up on a Saturday at the arcade in McLean, Illinois. That's the Arcadia.
Oh.
And they are supposed to do a major expansion sometime the first quarter of this year. Open a brand new building with 200 to 300 games in there.
Okay.
And it's going to be all-day pass.
Gotcha. Understood. But as I was saying, going back to Bloody Wars, I had maybe one of my best seasons. I mean, I won the title twice. I became the first ever unificated champion, even though, albeit, yeah, I only held the title for 24 hours. That's my shortest reign as champion. So I've held the record for longest and shortest reign. At the time, I might take you up on that offer, A-Train. I might take you up on that offer. But anyhow, I became the first person to ever win a tournament at both Headless Horseman and Galloping Ghosts. No one's done that yet. I was the only multi-time Blade Wars champion until I live all the way out in Joliet, if you're wondering. So I'm basically like I'm almost like the halfway point between where Stephen Lucas lives and where Galloping is. I'm kind of sort of in that halfway point, if that makes sense. Because I also have to take the 55 to get there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, back to what I was saying. I felt that, like I said, I was the only multi-time champion until Aiden won the title twice at the Galloping Ghosts season finale with Waku Waku 7. So, hey, I'm happy to join this. I'm happy to share a stage with Aiden. He's a good enough competitor. See, now my face is getting itchy, which means I have to shave soon. Anyhow,
you're not used to having a beard. Yeah, I guess I can see why you would.
Yeah, like I said, I don't usually grow out a beard. I usually don't. Like I said, I've just been lazy. I've just been lazy. That's all. But that will change by tomorrow. But anywho, other accomplishments I've had done this year. Let me see. First ever unification, won both Galloping and Headless Horseman. Actually, I went through all my records from all 3 seasons, and like total wins and losses, and I think I was like 65-28. You count all 3 seasons, including Fight Fest. I was like 65-28, and I'm like, that's very impressive for the stuff that I managed to do. Oh, and plus I also had that one epic comeback against Udi and Third Strike. I don't know if you ever saw that stream, or at least the video.
Yeah, I've reviewed it.
I think I gave Michelle a heart attack that day. Because she actually went on stream and said, "You need to resuscitate me when you get home."
Wow. All right.
Yep.
Oh, Norbert, hopefully, wish well Michelle's recovery efforts, and Happy New Year, and hopefully
Yeah.
you'll be back.
Like I said, I should be. Like I said, I should be able to make my comeback to Galloping. Like I said, around towards the end of January. I mean, hopefully sooner. If I could come back sooner, that'd be great. But that's like around the time frame that I am putting out there right now. And thanks for letting me know I have a challenge car waiting for me.
Yeah, and
um,
apparently I got it before you did, and which is weird. Yeah,
it's
but
fine. It's fine,
this ain't
Steven.
live
But
until you get it. So,
I will. Like I said, I will probably. Like I said, I'll try to hop on. I'll try to come back on one of those Mondays done during a Monday mystery.
all right.
Whatnot. Plus, I do. I need to put up a score for Hyper Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
I do.
Well,
I do need to put.
Matt Fowler put
Matt,
up a
what's the score to beat right now?
487K.
487,000.
Yes.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
he says he's the OG on Street Fighter. Which wonder why he's
Bro,
not play Wars yet.
I grew up on Street Fighter 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I am a Street Fighter person. Why you think? Read my handle. Strider Ryu. In high school,
I
I
had
was
that on my
learning.
challenge
I was,
card, and I had
I was.
trouble with it.
What's up?
I had Strider on my challenge card, and I had trouble with it.
Welcome to my world, Steven.
Yep. All right, Norbert. Have a good night, and
You
see you
too,
around
Steven.
here.
Thanks for having me on. Yeah, and have a happy New Year to you and everyone else on chat. And hopefully, I'll catch you at some point.
All right.
Right.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
Steven.
All right. All right. So I need to pick up the pace here. I wanted to show off the Christmas tree, but that's pretty much. I don't know what. I don't know why I'm having outages with the stream tonight, and I have a co-host that's just showed up. This guy. Yeah, this guy caused my. Between him and my other cat, Angel, they're like trying to keep me up at night. It's ridiculous. I'm on a sleep deficit. All right. Well, let me see what I can. Let's see where I'm at here. I was going to show off the Christmas tree. I'll have to do that next week. Oh, crap. I don't want to exit that out. Ah. Get this thing back up here. All right. Well, quick review, I guess. Course of the year. Benjamin Falls won the Game of the Year award. Oh, did you just try to bite me? Yeah, look. Yeah, you pretend to be so innocent. Anyway, this captain's chair right here. This sold out. So this was the display item. I had to buy this as a display item without the box. And there had been an arcade ornament that's come out in the last few years, but the captain's chair was a highly sought after arcade game besides the ornament. Play some sound effects. Let's see.
Entering sector 1.2.
Yeah, this is a neat little thing. Then this is going to stay out all year. Not going to be boxing it up. Not going to be putting it away when the Christmas tree comes down. Leave out all my arcade ornaments and game console ornaments all year round. They sit on the mantle. On one of my desks, in fact, this one plays Halo 3 theme. Besides the boot up sequence. what it looks like on the back of this. It has a micro USB port. But let's see what they come out with next year. So I do want to reflect on some of the guests I had over the course of the year. And I've had several, several that I didn't expect to get. Show this off. This was kind of a last minute thing. Getting Dan Lucen on. Last major guest that I had gotten, and I was glad to have him because, I've been attending Midwest Gaming Classic for more than 20 times in a row. Some other highlighted guests I've had over the course of the year. Oh, this guy. I didn't really have as much time as I wanted with him. Todd Tuckey. And he had just underwent, he was recovering from dental surgery when I had him on my pod. It was like, if I'd known that, I would have delayed it. But I had him on, and I was glad to get him on for the show. Some other key guests I had. Oh, yeah, we had now this one was kind of fun. I'm not that great at Tetris, but we had the Maestro who just won the Classic Tetris World Championship in Kansas City. Just had him a few weeks after, just a couple weeks after. Yeah. Late August, early September, went out to that Casey Retro. It was, the organizer was my last guest on the pod. Had these guys on to talk about Tetris. Another guest. Oh, there's a whole slew of major figures. One of the legends of the industry. Tom Malinowski. One of the designers of Gottlieb. And this was probably my most popular guest. Carl de Linden, the Wizard of Questiny, Forest of Wires. I may have to try to get him back on at some point in the future because he has quite the following. And he does so much. He wants to come back to the Galloping Ghost Arcade sometime in the near future. Oh, this one. Going backward. This is a callback all the way 30 years ago. The man who organized the Nintendo Campus Challenge in Powerfest 94, and Blaine Phelps and hadn't spoke with him for 30 years, ever since the last Chicago Consumer Electronics Show was the last time I had a meetup with him. And yeah, I learned some things. I learned that the Campus Challenge cartridges were not all destroyed. They were all given away. They're out there somewhere. Kind of learned some history that I didn't know back then. Some of the other guests. No, I've always kind of worried about getting back towards wrestling. I don't want to do wrestling content here on the Crimeycade. This was the rare exception because you have that crossover. Being the Midwest Gaming Classic World Champion. Yeah, there's that belt. And it's that time where I was around to record his debut with that belt. And obviously, this gentleman has been a frequent guest here on the podcast, the King Cam. Black man, that is not Allison with him. We still don't know what Allison looks like to this day. But whenever he's on, the podcasts are very long. Here's a few. And, you know, I've always kind of worried about becoming or going after guests that I don't think I can get because I'm not big enough. I kind of always, it's kind of like an imposter syndrome feeling. There's another one of the guests that I got that I didn't think I could get, but mainly because we know each other, it kind of makes things a little bit easier. But he's been getting around all the gaming conventions of late. That'd be Paul Niemeyer, the original logo designer of Mortal Kombat, and been involved with so many other arcade games over the years. You see that wacko back there. And actually came up with a design that was used in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon version of Pac-Man. Hitting the wrong thing here. If I get Paul Niemeyer, I also have this gentleman here. Had this gentleman, Brian Cullen. And how many games has he been involved in? He's currently doing the Kickstarter on the sequel to General Chaos as we speak. I believe that Kickstarter is still going. Who else did I get? My goodness. This one was pretty early in the year, and you know, I've been having technical problems tonight. And my interview with this gentleman was plagued with technical problems, and I had to seriously edit the interview down to kind of make it listenable to. But John Parrish of Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 was episode 50 of my pod, kind of a minor milestone. Well, I would consider a significant milestone. They say a lot of podcasts do not make it past 10 episodes. Well, that was number 50. And the female version of me, which I discovered, Randy the Gamer Aimer. And now she has a podcast called The Game Masters, which I will mention in a moment who my guest next week will be. Where am I at? Did I get into 2020? Nope, I'm not in. Okay. And who did I start? I'll throw this up here. I started the year 2024 with these three guys. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to any of these three this year, or 2025, but Como Retro is going to be a week before Midwest Gaming Classic, so got a decision to make. Do I go to Como only to go turn around and go to Midwest Gaming? Although it would be a one-day game con. Yes, I definitely did. But there's more good there's good stuff to come. And, you know, I have the January stuff booked. I'm going to mention two of those names tonight in a moment. Oh, he mentioned it. I'm not going to throw it on the screen just yet, but I'm going to mention it in a few minutes here. All right, so, I got to throw this guy in here. The author of Phoenix, The Fall and Rise of Video Games, and he happened to be in a documentary that I did not expect him to be in, which does have ties to next week's pod. So, whoops. Okay. So, stop sharing. So now, I thought I was going to cover more of the stuff I was going to review this year, or I guess I'll get some stuff that's going to be saved for next week. I certainly don't want to go more than 2 hours tonight, rambling, especially with the technical difficulties I was having. I was going to show off my tree. Showed the little one off. I'll have to do a video for next week. Anyway, the upcoming events, the Game On Expo. Paul Niemeyer attended it last year. He won't make it this year, but that's in Phoenix, Arizona in mid-March. And then Niemeyer will be heading to Augusta, Georgia for the Video Gaming Expo on March the 21st. This is the first year for that GameCon. We may be having a chat with the organizer, original David Bryan, which I was originally supposed to have on the 18th of December, but he had to pull out at the last minute. Maybe we'll have him for early February. And the Louisville Arcade Expo, which I'm probably not going to be able to go to. I'd like to, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It depends on what else is going on. And there's always a lot going on, especially if I'm still dealing with the wrestling scene. But Triple Crown Pavilion in Louisville, Kentucky. This is going to be quite a drive for me if I go to this. And April 18th, the Como Retro Video Game Expo at the Northeast Event Center. Paul Niemeyer will also be at the Midwest Comic Con in Springfield, Illinois, that same weekend, the 18th and the 19th. So I could go to the Midwest Comic Con on Sunday of that weekend after going to this on Saturday, although I have to run down there Friday night to get relatively close to drive into Columbia, Missouri, because it's a little bit of a distance. I don't want to drive it Saturday morning. And this little boy on my lap is mad because I moved because he's been sitting on my lap and my legs are getting uncomfortable with him on it. And Midwest Gaming Classic. One of the hotels is sold out, namely the Hilton. That is the main Hilton that's connected by Skywalk over to the Wisconsin Center. That hotel sold out on Saturday. So I had to go to the DoubleTree across the street, which I've done that before, but I want to have Skywalk access. Certainly going to be parking in the parking garage connected to the Hilton, so I can get in and out relatively quick and not have to worry about moving my car or paying for valet parking, for that matter. Next week, the King of Arcades, Richie Knuckles, will be on the pod. Yes. Brought this into the Goblin Ghost Arcade Monday to talk about it a little bit. Since I had this little prop in my hand, Doc asked about it, and Richie Knuckles will be in the Crimeycade next week. He asked if I was going to wing it or I had stuff prepared. It's going to be half and half, of course. It's been 10 years since this documentary got initially released. The copyright date on this says 2017. So I guess the documentary got completed in 2015 and got released a couple of years later. But a lot of changes. Richie Knuckles is remarried, and Faithy Knuckles is off to college. So we'll see, kind of find out how things stand in the life of Richie Knuckles, who's born with a wrestling name. I find out if he's a wrestling fan or not. We'll see. But the week after, and I talked about Brandy Amer of the Game Masters, her co-host, Stephen Haywood, the co-host of the Tech Buzz, will be in Thursday, January the 15th on the Crimeycade podcast. So that'll be the guest to come afterward. But that's not all. I'm going to announce the guest for the third week. The third full week of January. You know, I've been wanting to have somebody in to talk pinball, and because I missed out on the Pinball Expo in Chicago this year, or last year now, because we're in 2026. I had to miss the Pinball Expo because of this idiot down here. This idiot took a bite out of my left hand. It's healed up. Yeah, this little idiot took a bite out of my hand and injured it so badly, you had to go to the vet to get checked for rabies. Yeah, you. Caught up on your shots. Fortunately for you, otherwise you'd have been staying at the vet for 10 days. In a cage, and you wouldn't have been a happy boy, would you? Yeah, you wouldn't have. Yeah, he acknowledges it, but he's still honoring. Anyway, I've been wanting guests to talk to the Pinball Expo and about the Pinball Expo and the pinball scene in general. So I haven't been able to. My initial choice hasn't been available, so her name's been popping up on Facebook lately, and she's been doing her own little video content. Get up there. There we go. Erica! I don't know her last name. I can't see. That doesn't seem to be out there, but she's another documentarian, and she's gotten into pinball lately. She was at the Pinball Expo. I couldn't go. Unfortunate. I could have met her there. If I knew who she was. Anyway. So that's Thursday, January the 22nd. I do have a guest for the last week of the month, but I'll have to save it for another time because I don't have the graphic made. So that is the guest for my next 3 weeks. And I am going to raid a channel. Who am I going to raid tonight? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hope my New Year's resolution is start going after more of these challenge cards. Get mine completed at least, my level 2. Right now, Andrew and Claudio are on their level 6. Claudio's working on his challenge cards while I was up there. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, well, thank you all for joining me here tonight. Gosh, and I can't even find this thing to go do a raid with. Get on Twitch here. Who am I going to raid? Who's playing stuff tonight? Oh gosh, Low BBH. Low BBH is out. I need to raid somebody new. I haven't raided before. Who could I get though? Bye. Who would I get? I don't even know. It was such a. I don't want talk shows. I want gaming podcasts. Oh man. I don't want game. I want gaming podcasts. Here we go. I want to do retro stuff. Why can't I do retro stuff? Who looks interesting here? There's a lot of pods out. There's a lot of people streaming. I'm like, I haven't even scratched the surface. Oh gosh, this one? No. I need something good. Who could I? Well, let's see. Low, high to low. Who's somebody that's streaming a lot lately? My goodness. Wow. I don't have a clue who to raid. It's like I'm going to be spending all this time looking at all these different streams. I don't know any of these people. I don't think I'm familiar with any of them. Oh well. Alright. Well, I need to pick something. You see how undecided I am? I don't know how Doc and Tommy Waffles figures out who to raid. Jeez. Alright. I'll rate this guy. Sarzak. I don't think I've ever rated him before, so till next time, I'm in the back of Super Quiet Fighter, and have a good night, everybody. And here we go. Maybe we'll be playing each